Hello dear friends, before I begin this video, I would like to ask you a few questions. It's rarely heard that daughter is given equal share in property as sons by a father. Even with the recent changes in law, is property being distributed among daughters and sons equally? Do you feel there are gender issues in the way son and daughter are served at the dinner table? Let's try to experience such questions by analyzing a story which is based on gender discrimination or gender inequality. Welcome to my YouTube channel Mukesh English. In this video, we are going to discuss an interesting story based on the theme of gender inequality titled Daughter by a famous prolific writer from Mumbai, Lata Jagtiani. Deepa's father, who was 78, after long illness, he died. All the family members assembled at Sohrab Sahib's office at Oval to read his will. Except all the other family members, Deepa got shocked because the will was, and to Deepa, my daughter, who is 26, I leave the sum of 7 lakhs, which is already nominated to her in the form of Reserve Bank of India bonds. The rest of the estate, as I have already outlined, must be divided equally among my 4 sons. After the reading of the will at Sohrab Sahib's office, except Deepa, all her brothers were not surprised, as the will was according to what they expected. They were in good spirits, as the will was in the favor. Cash, property, assets, office, cars, jewelry, farmhouse, paintings, all were equally divided among the 4 sons. Her father had given everything to his 4 sons, and Deepa was left only with 7 lakh rupees. All the brothers seemed to be happy with the will, as it was exactly as per the expectations. The eldest brother reacted normally, and before going out of the lawyer's office, he even asked Deepa whether she was coming. The other 3 brothers quickly pushed the chairs back and stood up and thanked the lawyer and left the office as if nothing was happened. The very fact that the brothers did not show any reaction to the will was just like the father. They also had the mindset of patriarchy, where men had all the power and social privilege and control over property. After the announcement of the will, Deepa was sitting quietly facing the window and was watching attentively the one day cricket match which was being played in the opposite Maidan of the lawyer's house so that she could hide and divert her pain. There was a strange, unusual stillness about her. She knew there was no use of crying. Her father had not given her a fair share for her in his property just because she was a daughter. He had followed the male domination system and had given all his property to his 4 sons. When Deepa found that the batsman was not out of the crease, yet the umpire raised his finger and had made him out, she asked Saurabh about it. Then Saurabh told her that the poor batsman must go with the umpire's verdict even if it's unfair. As Saurabh knew what was going through her mind, Saurabh was indirectly pointing out to Deepa's present situation as he knew that her father had not done his will fairly for his daughter. When her eyes met his, he could see no tears, no tension, no worries, and no sorrows. There was only an empty and airless space where light and joy had once lived. She reminded him of a dredged lake he had once seen, motionless and vacant. It was as if somebody else was sitting upright watching the cricket match. The cricket match was a way of escape for Deepa to keep her mind away from the pain and humiliation she was having inside her after hearing the will. Deepa had graduated in commerce and her percentage had been higher than her 4 brothers. Even then, every time when she asked her father for joining his business, he always used to ignore her. Her qualification did not qualify her. Deepa was never considered by her father for running his business from the very beginning. She had studied further and completed her postgraduate degree, and later she did diploma in marketing. Still, it didn't make any difference to her father, as he had a male dominating mindset. Once the Sohrab Sahib, the lawyer, met Deepa's father Suresh, and he asked him for giving so less to his daughter. Deepa's father Suresh replied in an irritation. He said, "What's wrong with the will?" As Deepa had a job at the travel agency that's paying her 10,000 rupees a month along with an expense account, she won't need more than this. That was a reply of Deepa's father Suresh. Deepa's father, who followed the patriarchal system, did not have any doubts about the way he decided to put the will. He concludes that she won't need more than that. So the brothers who had grown up in such a male dominating environment would naturally have the same mindset, and so they didn't find anything odd or unnatural with their father's will, as they also believed in male dominating mindset. Hence, gender inequality is clearly evident from a father's will, where men have been claiming all privileges and powers and had the attitude that women are inferior to them. Thus, the author brings out the picture of the patriarchal system, which is still followed in many families. Thus, the story Daughter is about the discrimination and inequality faced by daughters in the Indian society. Although being the eldest among the five children, Deepa, the protagonist of the story, faces injustice and discrimination by her own father. Her father distributed his property among four sons and one daughter, where Deepa, the only daughter, gets only 7 lakh rupees. Even though Deepa took care of her father when he was ill, she did not get the deserved inheritance. Hence, the story questions the patriarchal system, the patriarchal society, and shows the hardships faced by a female child. So, what do we learn from this story? This story teaches us that there should not be any gender inequality. The female child should be given equal importance as the male child is given. Either it's about the property distribution or the education. So, thank you so much for watching this video. Please click on the like button, comment, subscribe the channel. Stay in tune with Mukesh English. Thank you once again.